I just like being back there. I felt like I get a nice view of the entire field. I feel like I'm in control because I'm the one giving the calls, relaying the calls to the entire defense. I just feel like a leader back there.
You got to hit some pretty big guys, and you're 5'10", 185 on a pretty good day, but that doesn't stop you. You go after them.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
I just feel like just my heart, just having a lion mindset, honey badger mentality, like Tyrann Matthew, undersized guys. We just gotta prove the world that we belong and we can play with anybody.
You were on the field in 2020, went 10-1, had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
You've been on the field throughout this 4-5 season so far here in 2022. What's the biggest difference?
I just think that team was a very special team. We all played together, and I felt like this year, right now, after we lost a few games, we're just trying to find out who we are, who we're playing for, and just trying to come together as a team.
The team's last victory, you go back to September 29th. How long ago does that feel?
It felt like a while ago, honestly.
What motivates you for tonight's game?
Honestly, just all the people that I'm playing for, my family back home, my friends that are watching me, all my fans, Cougar Nation, my teammates, my coaches, just everybody that believed in me. God as well, I play for him as well.
Let's talk about 2021. You tear your ACL during spring practice, and you got to sit out. What was that like?
It was pretty devastating. I felt like after a pretty good true freshman year, I was going to come back as a sophomore, a redshirt freshman, or a true freshman again, and really just ball out.
How'd that change your perspective?
It just make me believe in or just have more faith in God and His timing and His plan for me.
You and Cody Epps have a lot in common. You're both business majors.
Yeah.
You both missed 2021 with season-ending injuries, so you had to stand there next to each other and watch the season go. And now you're both freshman impact players this year.
Me and Cody, we had many conversations about our futures together. We were both roommates. We both came together in the same class, the class of 2020. We both highly recruited recruits for BYU. And we just knew that missing last year, watching their team succeed, it felt good knowing that our team was succeeding, but we know that we were healthy, we would have a contribution to this team. So we just knew that this off season or this entire year we just needed to learn how the game flow was, and just really watch the older guys and just know that our time is coming and that when our opportunity comes that we have to make the most of it.
Now Cody's banged up a little bit again. You've managed to stay on the field and healthy through the season. This game of football is tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it is tough. Sometimes I laugh and joke with myself, just be like, man, we're really crazy that we really play football and just like, it's a dangerous sport, but we love it at the end of the day. I think that's what motivates us every day to keep going because, we just love the game. You're
from Chandler, Arizona. There are a lot of BYU fans down there. A lot of them remember what your dad did to Ty Detmer in 1990. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. What did he do? He picked off Ty Detmer 3 times the night he won the Heisman Trophy. It was the first time Hawaii beat BYU in school history. Yep. 3 times in the first half, and 2 of those picks were within 2 minutes of each other. Does he ever tell you about that? Yeah, he talks to it. I mean, that was his claim to fame. He actually told me that he could have had, I believe, like 5 interceptions. He said he dropped one, and then he got robbed by one. I think he said the safety came and jumped in front of him. So he could have had 5, he said, but, 3 is pretty good. 3 is pretty good because that's all he got, right? Yeah. His career interceptions were 3 against Ty. Yeah. And you're still waiting for number 1. You're ready to call him and say, hey, I got number 1? Yeah, I don't even think I need to call him. He'll be watching the game, or he might even be there. So, but, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it comes tonight. How does your dad feel about BYU now? He loves BYU. BYU, I grew up with BYU being the rival school, but just me coming on the visit and just learning more about the culture of BYU and just, what BYU brings to the table, he loves it. He knows, him and my mom knows that that's the perfect place for me to be. You were on the field 2 years ago when you were in Boise, beat the Broncos 51-17. Yep. Everyone had a good time that night, right? Now you're back. Mm-hmm. What are the keys to beating them tonight?
We just got to stop the run. We know that they're very physical up front. They always got good running backs. And honestly, we just got to stop the run, making sure that we need to limit the big plays. No big runs tonight, no big passes, and really just give the ball to the offense. As long as they don't score, they can't win.
Do you get the feeling this team is just needs one really big good thing to happen to get it all back?
I don't think it's just one big thing.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be a lot of big things from all 4 quarters of the game, because I think as a team we play really hard. We'll have good plays here and there, but like our coaches say, like the football is round shaped. It's not a even football, so the ball is going to bounce all different directions. So the key to winning games is keeping the momentum on our side and not on their side.
Well, good luck tonight.
Thank you.